Hello and welcome back to Holistic Within. My name is Danny Reyes and I am a therapist and a health facilitator, life coach here at Holistic Within. And I promised you that we were going to talk about love, and that time of the year has come. It is spring, love is in the air, and we need to talk about it. Because love, at the end of the day, it is what it will heal us. All the problems that we face in life is on, to some degree or another, because of love, because we don't understand what love is, we don't know how to deal with it, and we always regress to a state where our subconscious mind creates the opportunities for love and the solutions, and it's a problem because it's not my conscious self, it is not me who I am aware of what I'm doing, and what we end up saying is, I fell in love. Imagine, just pay attention to that phrase for a minute. Fell in love. How horrible is that? That is just a nice way of understanding that we're not creating the love that we need to be creating. We're not feeling what we should be feeling. We are being victims of everything in life, including love, or maybe most importantly, specifically to love. We're victims of love. So, I've been just not wanting to do these videos because love is such an extensive topic, and it is just so hard to, I don't want to talk about love in a very casual, just skimming through the surface type of talk. It is very complicated. That's where all the problems that we had reside. We get sick because we don't love ourselves, and we have economic issues in our life because we don't know how to love and what to love. And marriage, don't even get me started on marriage. It's just horrible. We never learned what love was. It just happens. We're just left to our own devices, and love ends up happening to us. How horrible is that? We fell in love. We fall in love with this or her or him or that, or we have no control. And then we wonder why things are happening to us. If we're not in control of the energy that creates, of the energy that is behind everything. And now I'm surprised that things are happening to me, things that I did not plan for, things that I didn't want to. It should not be a surprise. I mean, if I am not in control of the emotion that creates, of the energy that it's the only one that is in charge of creating things, including life, how am I going to be in charge of anything else that happens in my life? Everything is just going to happen because I never learned what love was. I never learned how to create it. So anyway, to stop being victims of love, I am going to create a series of videos in which we will explore in depth love. All the kinds of love, at least to the best of my knowledge. But it is going to be intense, it is going to be fun, and scary. I hope you join me for this series of videos, because if you see one video and not the second one or the third, but not you might get lost. I'm gonna try and make it as linear as possible so that there is some understanding of everything. Okay, let's get to it. First, I want to say that we have a problem. We were dealt a bad hand because in our language we have one word, which is love, and that's it. With one word, we're supposed to understand a lot of things. So that we don't have that problem, I'm going to have to break it down into 4 different words. They don't exist per se in the English language, nor in Spanish, nor in most of the Western languages. So I'm gonna have to go back to ancient Greece a few thousand years ago. They had at least 4 words to explain different kinds of love. And everywhere in the ancient Greek text, you will find these definite differences between 4 different kinds of love. So we should start by understanding the first kind of love, which is the natural kind of love, the one that comes naturally, the one that we're born understanding, if you will. So when we're babies, we are born cute. Baby pets like dogs and cats and baby animals and baby everything, it's just innate. It comes with being a baby. There is some cuteness in there. There is some weird, thing that we need to be loved when we're newborns, because if we're not loved, we will die. We don't know how to feed ourselves, and we don't know anything about life in this new earth that we just came into, and we need to be loved. And therefore we developed some physical qualities to help whoever is in front of me to love me. So anyway, but the thing is that we understand a basic type of love that the ancient Greeks called it storges. I think I need a new marker. Storges is the natural type of love, the one that just comes to me, when we're kids, we experience this. This is a very primitive way of love in which everything is together. To me, this is the best reflection of love, the word in English. Everything is mixed in there. There is no differentiation between the love that I desire, the love that I love but don't desire, the love that I create, the love that I didn't create, the love that chose me. All these types of love, they're mixed in one word in English, the word love. And to me, this is like the best translation of it. Storges, it's a very basic, primitive type of love that everything is mixed. A baby does not differentiate. It doesn't know the difference between loving and desiring, and it's just everything is mixed. I as a baby, I desire food. I need food. I desire food, and I will love whoever brings me the food, and I will love the food, and everything is mixed. There's a big pot of love, but it is very, very basic. And the problem is that we as humans, we are supposed to grow through phases of love, and we're supposed to be understanding more and more complex forms of love until we get to the actual unconditional love on the other side of our subconscious mind. We go through phases from the unconscious to the subconscious to the preconscious to the conscious selves to the higher selves, or our higher consciousness. And that, in our higher consciousness, is where true love resides. It's where this unconditional love is. Anywhere from, I'm not going to write it, but anything below our higher selves or our higher consciousness, it's not unconditional love. Only in our higher selves can we experience unconditional love. And there is a problem that we came to the world to travel a path through different stages of love until we get to the unconditional love. And hardly any human has gone through a path all the way to the unconditional love. It is a path of self-discovery. It is a path of the inner something, travel, track. It's just the inner path. That's basically what it is. And we are continuously bouncing off from, when we barely get to our conscious mind, we get bounced off to our subconscious, or even worse, to our unconscious mind, and we get back to our basic love, which is storges, and then we suffer. We suffer because we think that attachment is love. Attachment is not love. We think that desire is love. It's not love. That's why love at first sight. No, that's desire. But we think desire and love is the same thing, and it's not. So anyway, these estorges, it is love and desire in the same pot. It mixes everything. We don't differentiate. And we get to, I want to say around ages 6, 7, 8 years old when we have to split that up, because it no longer is okay to love and desire mom. I have to love mom, I have to love dad, but I need to start desiring something else, because at the end of the day, life is about discovering, and love is about what I know, and desire is about what I don't know. So it's in my human nature to separate love and desire in my early years of childhood, and I have to split this into two. One is called philia. Philia. Something like that. And the other one is called eros. So now, I get to my, I don't know, I'm 6, 7, 8 years old, and I start splitting these up. I start growing. In that growth, I need to discover. But to discover, I need desire. It's the love of desire. But I also need the safety of home. I need the safety of what I know. The safety of what I know is philia. And until then, everything's great. We are born, we experience storge, we experience love and desire all mixed. It's a big mess, but there is no problem because sexuality has not come into the picture. So it is okay to love and desire the same thing. And because sexuality is not in the picture yet, I am not able to create. And because I am not able to create, it's okay for me to experience estorges, because I don't need to create. This love is not a creator. It's not the higher self love, the one that actually creates. This is just a very basic thing that doesn't really help me to create anything. All right, my camera ran out of battery, but anyway, we can finish first video here, and with the knowledge that estorges splits up because we have to discover life, we have to know the unknown, and we at the same time we have to be safe in the circle that we belong to, and we need this kind of love. Anyway, this is it for now, and next video number 2, I'm gonna go to the second stage of love, where is when we deal with the separation of those two. Anyway, thank you much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.